In India, there are pockets. Actually, malaria works like that. It's generally limited to geographical areas. Certain geographical areas. It's called endemicity. So, um, I have worked in more than one places where malaria is endemic. So I've had to take malaria prophylaxis, and I've had colleagues who fell sick of malaria when they were visiting malaria places.
I think because people in the US don't generally get malaria, I mean, the only experience most of us have with it is friends of ours travel somewhere and they have to take anti-malarial pills. And so I think it's not kind of on the mind of most people, and they think, oh yeah, mosquitoes, I get bit, that's not really that bad of a thing, and how really can people die? And I think that kind of core understanding of how bad it is really isn't here on the average person's level. So I think there's not as much money and kind of effort, intellectual effort and research effort put into it because of things like that. So for sure more could be done, because it's one of like the biggest killers of children of everything. Which is crazy, because we don't ever even think about it hardly.
Mm, to be quite honest, combating a disease that affects one's nation is more often not a problem of money but of desire. And a lot of the aid that goes out from Western countries, while it is extremely well intentioned, is quite useless, because it ends up in the wrong hands. It ends up stuck in a bureaucratic tangle, and it doesn't really address the core issues that cause those problems. So you cannot look at malaria or aid going for malaria in an isolated manner. Malaria exists because there is poor water. That water management is not good. It exists because people don't have homes that are secure, and there are other social, economic, cultural factors, and so just pouring money into distributing tablets or distributing mosquito nets, it only addresses the symptoms while not tackling what can be done to do away with the root of the problem. Yeah, and I mean.
Buguya bai wanifa bai sora Wayo mata bai jora bai kanja juga bai ma bai sora